if you miss out, you can still go back. We will load this in the YouTube channel, and then you can view back the class. And also personally for you, you can have a sheet of paper and you can draw this 12 pies, and you can write for your own reference. And let me pull up. Okay. Snehaben, are you ready? Let us pull up the
Is it Snehaben birthday
online
birthday girl is spinning? Snehaben is the birthday girl is spinning today?
Shanti Vinoban?
Yes.
Just opening up the VirtueScope page.
Okay. Okay, so here, VirtueScope. Okay, so find it. I think for now, let me do a screen share of the virtue wheel. For some reason was, I think maybe a lot of people were using, so the page was down just now, but now it's up. So now I think we can use it.
Okay, Vinoban, ready?
Okay, so I'm going to spotlight you also. Yes, perfect. So you can see you can see me and the screen, right?
That's right.
Everyone else, you can see me and the screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it's just that if it's possible, can you have Snehaben to mute because it echoes when both of you are on?
Okay. Now, is it better? Oh, I think I know what. Okay, is it better now? Perfect?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So is everyone ready to have your first spin?
Ready.
Ready.
Okay. Let's see what we get. Courage. I think we definitely need a lot of courage to enter this new year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first virtue for us in January, courage. So courage, it means you have won your greatest battle by agreeing to change. I think the biggest courage is not facing people, but facing ourselves. And if we are able to love that person that we see in the mirror in front of us, that is like you've won the battle. Because the person standing in the mirror and looking at you is the person who knows who you are the most. And so if I'm able to accept myself, which takes a lot of courage, love even my weaknesses, which also takes a lot of courage, you have won 3/4 of the journey, you won 3/4 of the battle. And then facing others becomes automatic. Facing situations becomes automatic. So that's the first virtue for this year is courage. So let's go to the second virtue. Responsibility. Okay. So this for November, for February, we have responsibility. So first is taking that one step of courage and doing what is necessary for me to do. And then after doing what I have to do, whatever are the results, consequences, I am responsible to face it. I cannot shy away or I cannot run away because I created that result. So it's beautiful how to see these virtues are correlating with each other. So taking the courage to do what is necessary and then being responsible for the outcome. So knowing your role is unique, you are the hero, you're not the spectator in this drama of life. So being not a spectator means I am not at the mercy of anyone else. I'm not even at the mercy of time. It is not that time is going to fix things. It is not that over time everything will become better. But I am creating time. I am time. And so when I step up and do what is necessary, then change will come. And change is created by me, not by time. So that's what really being responsible means. Okay, so now let's go to the third one. Enthusiasm. For March, enthusiasm. So those who are not muted, please mute yourself. Unless if you have any questions, then you can unmute and ask. And now you can mute yourself. Enthusiasm, by listening to the child inside of you, you give souls the wings to fly. So who is the first child in our life? Who do you think?
Or mind.
Me.
The mind.
The mind, yes. And who else? The second child is?
Thoughts.
Baba is the child.
Baba is
Thoughts.
So definitely the first child is our mind. That's why we call the inner child. We never call our intellect as our child, but we always call the mind as the child because intellect is the mother. And intellect is the one that directs, intellect decides, intellect makes decisions. And if the child is obedient, then the child listens to the mother. If the child is naughty, then the child has its own ways and reasons and excuses. So first is the mother has to have a lot of acceptance of the child. And the mother would also know how to deal with the child. Like how usually when somebody's becoming a new parent, a parent for the first time, they have to read a lot of parenthood books, how to bring up a child, how to talk to a child. They need to learn all this. And so that is also an example, like for us, how do I deal with the inner child of me? This is where the spiritual knowledge is needed. The spiritual knowledge is needed to for the intellect to know what is the right thing to say, what is the right way to say it, and how to talk to myself, how to encourage myself, and also how to discipline myself. So this is where all this knowledge comes in, and all this knowledge will make my intellect very accurate on how to deal with the mind. And so it is the intellect that is listening to the child, which is the mind. And intellect, mind are all within me, I, the soul. So this is where the aspect of enthusiasm is coming. How to self-encourage ourselves to maintain that enthusiasm, no matter any situation, or it doesn't matter what people think or say. But if I feel it is right, let me go for it. It's maintaining enthusiasm. So that is for March. Now let's look for April. Discernment is such a very, very powerful, most needed power now is power to discern. It's right there. Power to discern. One thing I really need to know, we are not trying to discern what is right, what is wrong, who is right, who is wrong. We are discerning that in each particular situation, what is the best solution? What is it that I need to do? That is power to discern. We are not trying to find which is the right side and which is the wrong side, but we are trying to find what is the best thing to do in this particular situation. If I need to be patient now at this moment, okay, then let me do that. But maybe the next other situation would come that I need to speak out, then let me do that. But it's all about finding what is best at that moment. That is discernment. So when in doubt, you know you can trust your instinct, right? So your instinct, trusting your instinct or trusting your mind. If the mind and intellect are working hand in hand, decision becomes easy. There wouldn't be any confusion. But if the mind has its own thinking, and oftentimes mind can be influenced by ego or by hurt, then mind will have its own ideas. And then internally, the other side of you is telling, no, this is the right thing to do. But then I'm confused. Should I give in to my ego, or should I give in to, okay, what is the best solution that needs to be done? Right? So this is where power to discern comes, is what is the best thing to do at that particular situation. That is discernment. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Contentment. Okay, so here after April, May. So this is
May.
yes. Contentment. Just by writing a list of your achievements, you realize that you have everything you need. So when I write down my list of achievements, I can have two outcomes. One, it's either I can take it as a form of arrogance, or two, I can take it as a form of acceptance, appreciation. So I need to be very careful of which category am I falling into. Sometimes, when we start talking or thinking about our achievements, I did this, I made that, I achieved this, oh, I'm a great person. Sometimes that can also come as arrogance. And how should I differentiate whether it is an arrogance that's forming in me, or whether it is an appreciation that is forming in me? Is that self-respect. When there is self-respect, when I'm appreciating myself, there will be a lot of humility. There will be a lot of, contentment. It's that feeling full, feeling just everything is okay and fine. That is contentment, and that is the sign you are going, and you will know that you are going on the right direction. And when there is that self-respect, when there is that humility, you wouldn't expect others to recognize your achievements. You're completely fine to be even in the shadow. You will be completely fine even to be incognito, like an untold warrior. That's that sense of self-respect, because you're absolutely comfortable to be in your own skin, to be your own self. But if I'm forming arrogance, if as I'm thinking about my achievements and I'm forming arrogance, then the symptom or the sign that I'm forming arrogance is I'll start talking about my achievements. I'll start describing about my achievements to others, because the subtle expectation that I want from them is they should also recognize and they should also appreciate my achievements. And they should also praise me or respect me or have faith in me. Um, they should trust my credentials, my talents. And this is how then I will know that I'm going in the opposite direction, right? So if there is an appreciation with self-respect, you'll be very humble. You'll be very, very humble and you'll have a lot of faith in you. But if it's an appreciation that's coming with arrogance, then there is always that description mode. I'm always talking about myself. I'm always describing myself because I want attention. So this is where, for us to be very, very, which area am I not muted?
Hello?
So please mute yourself again so that nobody's disturbed. Okay, so now let's go into the next virtue.
Vinuben, can you explain the appreciate one, the last sentence again, please?
Okay, appreciation with self-respect, there'll be a lot of humility. If it is appreciation with arrogance, then there is the, like I said, always describing yourself, always talking about yourself to others. Okay, so the next virtue is compassion, right? So here, we can write okay, I'm just gonna, so you're not confused. Okay, so here, the 6th month, it's compassion. And what does it say? You perceive needs without judging and send out good wishes. Meaning, when I perceive needs, even the word perceive is not about I think this is what they need. No, I feel this is what they need. Feeling the pulse, maybe some of you would have heard the word feeling the pulse, like how doctors feel the pulse, right? And then to find out your health. But here we are talking about the health of the soul, the being itself. So how can I find out the need of souls who are approaching me, who are coming into my life, and including myself? How do I know the need of each soul? And then accordingly, I can give them what they need, not what I want to give, but what that soul needs. It takes a lot of power of silence. Because in that silence, here, I can pick up the vibration of the other soul. Because even that soul is thinking. That soul is also approaching you and they would be having a lot of thoughts within. And thoughts are none other than vibrations. So if my own mind is so busy, forget about trying to, understand what the other soul need. Even if they come and talk to me, I can misunderstand their words. But if here I am more at a calm state, then I can pick up the vibration from them even before them spelling out to me, even before them telling what it is that they need. I can already feel. right? So perceive the need means is again not what I think they need, but I can feel what they need without judging. And then I can send out good wishes, right? Because as soon as we think, well, they have example very these days, we use material or money as everything, as a measurement. We feel if there's money, if there's luxury, they should be happy. They're living in big houses, they're living with so much fame, they're a big position in the community, they should be happy. But not necessary. It's not necessary that externally, however the life we are living in would determine in my internal condition. And so never to judge why is a person feeling this way or that way, or even some of us could be in this meditation path for quite some time, and even none of us are perfect. We are still working with ourselves, and there's still, the more we work, the more things from us comes out, the more waste from us comes out. Yes, everything needs to go through some cleansing. And so even for ourselves, we should never judge or criticize ourselves when we see things that are just appearing from within us, and we start questioning, well, I've been doing meditation or all these spiritual practices for a while, and how come I'm still being negative? How come these kind of thoughts or behavior is erupting from within me? Don't even ask why, because why is, if I'm asking why to find out a reason, that's different. But if I'm asking why thinking it should not be that way, then that's judgmental. And so never to look even with ourselves with the judgmental eyes. Okay, things are coming out. Okay, let me deal with it. What happened? Let me work on it. And sometimes if you can't find answers, then leave it. No reason to find answers. Just go straight to solution. Okay, I'm feeling this way. No problem. What I should do next? What can I do to make it better? How can I work with myself so I can make it better? I can change. That's it. Look for solution. And really that is the essence of compassion, is we are not trying to look for answers. We are only giving solutions. Okay? So that is compassion. Let's take another spin. Simplicity. So here we have on 7th month, we have simplicity. So simplicity, you see the essentials in the charms of life and light your load by letting go of complications. And you know, where do we start our simplicity from? Where do you think?
From yourself.
Yeah, definitely from ourselves.
From our
Mind.
thoughts.
Sorry?
Mind.
From our mind. Okay.
Yeah, from our thoughts.
From our thoughts, okay. So let me tell you a very simple, all of your answers are perfect. Start simplicity from your wardrobe. It's time to reduce. You can start from your wardrobe, from your cupboard. You can start from your garage, because our surroundings influence our mind also. With this particular mind, we create the surrounding, and then that surrounding starts affecting our mind. So if I would like to let go of a lot of clutters that's within me, then let me make my environment clutter free first, because you cannot think positive while living in a cluttered environment. It's absolutely impossible, because all of things that are in your environment are all energies, because you've created them. And so all of these, everything's there's a lot of energy that has been created in the surrounding. And if you start removing these energies that's not necessary for you, then you can feel it's a little more lighter, it's a little more easier to work here. You know, so simplicity, do the first step of simplicity is your wardrobe, your home, or your office, or your garage, kitchen, everywhere. Whatever that is not needed, remove it. If you've not used it for many years, chances are you're not going to use it even in the future. If the need didn't even come for you in all these years, then probably you will not even look for it when the need comes. So then let it go. Keep yourself light. That's your first burden. And then here, and then working with the mind. Meditation definitely helps. And for those of you who are here for the first time, who have not taken the Raj Yoga course that we offer, then I highly encourage you. The English course starts on Monday. And this month, we offer Raj Yoga meditation course in 4 languages, in Hindi, in English, in Spanish, and in Tamil. So we have excellent teachers who are very experienced, and a lot of them are even householders also. A lot of them are mothers. In fact, actually, all of them are mothers. And then here, we sisters, we are also taking turns to teach. So, how can we apply a spiritual approach to our daily lifestyle? That is what Raj Yoga meditation is all about. Adding a spiritual approach to your daily lifestyle. So we are not trying to escape any responsibilities, but we are actually trying to enhance our role in the responsibilities that we play. So coming back again, simplicity for 7th month. Now let's go to the 8th month. Wow, courage is coming twice. I guess this is really a courageous year for us, right? Courage, you see, it came on the 1st, and then again it's coming on the 8th month. Courage. Okay, so let's write here courage. In the month of August, you have won your greatest battle by agreeing to change. Well, let's see what change is going to come for us. But you know, when we start beginning of the year, we are already starting a new mindset for the year. And the mindset is, again, it's not that things will become easier and better, but I am growing much bigger than situations or problems or changes. I am growing much bigger. So everything else that happens to me or to people around me, I'm easily able to face because I'm much bigger than the problems itself. So that is the courage I, the soul, am developing within me. I'm developing, you know, people, as soon as you talk about 2021, people are talking about, oh, vaccine, oh, vaccine. Every time I hear it's all about vaccine. But forget about that physical vaccine. Yes, that is there and it's still in trial. I mean, people are still getting. But let's talk about the soul's immunity. I, the soul, how immune am I to negativity and to waste? That is the focus that we all are going to do for this year. Immunity from within me, immunity in my mind. It's not that I don't care. I don't. Remember, all these people use the sentence when they are fed up, they say, oh, I don't care. I don't care. But we are not coming to that mindset that I don't care. Instead of using I don't care, I say I don't mind. We're coming to that mindset. Okay, so next, let's see what's it for September. Wisdom. Okay, so for September, we have wisdom. Wisdom says you balance masterly depth and childlike lightness, and you learn something new in every situation. So, really, in essence, it is talking about when do I be a master, meaning in terms of mindset, and when do I be a child. And the idea of being a master, meaning to take up responsibility, to take the first step, right? Whatever that is needed to act. And the idea of being a child is to take a step back and giving chance to others. You know, that innocence to be obedient, that innocence to be, that purity. That is the mindset we are talking about being a child. So in what situation that I need to take the first step as a master, and in what situation I need to take a step back and let me be obedient to what is being given to me or shared to me. Very, very simple. If you are in a group setting, whether you're at work or you're at school, or even when you're at home, as a family, if there are certain decision needs to be taken, right? Everyone are going to have their ideas. So should I then be very adamant with my idea and make sure that my idea is the best idea? Should I try to prove why is my idea is the best and should be heard and should be taken? Being a master, let me have the courage to share, because sometimes we may not have the courage to share because we may probably in the past we may have experienced people ridiculing us, people telling us that, oh, you don't know, or people being very judgmental with our ideas. So then we start getting offended and we start getting upset, and then maybe over a period of time we stop sharing. So now, being a master means breaking whatever was the past impression that has been created, whatever I have experienced in the past, positive or negative. If I have some ideas to share, if I have some choices, then let me lay it out. As a master, let me take the courage and let me share, let me lay it out. Okay. Then after sharing, then let me be a child. Okay, let me listen what all others have to share. Remember, even if they are sharing something against what I have said, let me have the courage to even see that they are not criticizing me, but they're just sharing their opinions. Maybe their opinion is against what I have felt or said. But again, it's an opinion that they're sharing. So, as a child, I am listening. As a master, I did what I have to do. So, in every situation, some situation may require you to be a master to act. Some situation may require you to be a child, to listen, to observe. So this is having that wisdom. It's not always that I have to act, and it's not always that I have to keep listening. No, you just have to be this is the discernment power, where I need to use what, where I need to be what. That is wisdom. Okay, next. Okay, so the next is we have, wow, enthusiasm. A lot of things are repeating. Okay? So we have an enthusiasm in the third month. Now we have number 10, which is October. We have enthusiasm again. Okay, so we've already shared about enthusiasm. Listening to the child inside of you, you give souls wings to fly. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to November. We are coming to a completion of the year. Patience. Yes, a lot of patience we would need. End of the year. That is the time People who are at work, they are forced to work many hours to finish the end of the year task, accounts, patience, right? So many things would have happened in your life by then throughout these months, and then certain things you have to face and come to a closure. So definitely you would need a lot of patience. Knowing the tiny seed contains the future tree, you let your success grow in the soil of constancy. So what does that mean? So the example of a tree is grown from a tiny seed. It gives birth to a whole tree. So in that similar sense, that it is talking about my future is created by the seed of my thoughts. So let your success in the success grow in the soil of constancy. That means if I create an encouraging and a positive thought for me, and not just create, but being consistently, consistently self-encouraging myself with that thought. So creating that positive thought, and then I am consistently paying attention towards it. Then what happens is, as you think, as you feel, so you be. You see that future, but it may take time. So you would need a lot of patience to manifest your reality, to manifest your dream. But you be consistent. You be consistent about the fact that yes, this is me, I am patient, or this is me. And if you're able to consistently see and feel that way, it is going to manifest in your reality. In fact, in 31st December, when we had, maybe some of you would have attended the New Year Eve celebration, we had from 9:30 p.m. till 12:30 a.m., January 1st. In that celebration, or in that whole program, we created a vision board for us. We created a vision for 2021 for us. And some of you who have attended that celebration, I'm sure you would have created for you at that time. And so that vision that you created for you, it is keep it in front of you. Keep it in front of you and watch it every day. So keep it at a place where you see every day. And the more you see, the more you are telling and reminding yourself, I am this, I am this, I am this. And you are automatically, consistently, you are drawing that scenario closer. And then you will see that happening, manifesting in your life. But you need patience. It's not going to work overnight, but have faith that it is in the process. So patience, that is for November. So now let's look at the last month. Faith. Okay, we are ending the year with faith. Such an important aspect that we all need within ourselves is faith. And faith is not created through situation, but faith is created, it's a self-creation basically. And definitely experience gives birth to faith. So you remove any doubt that blocks your path forward, right? We are not removing the blockage. When I say blockage, means I'm saying that if, let's say, example with family, right? We cannot remove people, right? Especially if you're living with them, you're dealing, whether it's workplace or whether it's family members. Physically, we cannot remove anyone. Physically, we're not trying to run away from anyone, but we are changing our perception about them, and we're definitely protecting our perception about ourselves. I am protecting my mind not to include people's opinions about me while I am creating a perception for me. And when I say that, I'm not saying in terms of arrogance. I'm not saying that, okay, even if people are telling this for my best, I'm not listening and I'm being very adamant and saying that, oh, I'm right. I know what is, they don't know. No, I'm not talking in terms of arrogance. When I say that we should protect our mind from other people's influences, what I'm saying is we need to have that, again, coming to that power to discern, to listen to what people are saying and decide for ourselves, is that true? Is that something I need to work within me? Or it is not true, or it's just their opinion. It is just their way of thinking. What I should take in and I work, what is not necessary, I let it go. But definitely, because the more and more we start just taking in everybody's opinions and words and feelings and body language, all about me, just taking in everything within me, it can compromise my trust within me, it can compromise my self-esteem. Right? So the more and more my self-esteem is compromised, the less and less I will be able to trust myself. And even if I do have that ability to do it, but I've lost the faith that I can, and then I will probably not even try. So remove any doubt that blocks your path. So how does a doubt forms? Basically, when we have questions, and it is completely okay to have questions, it's not that all of us have all the answers, but let me get the answers for that question and finish it off. If I keep the question very much long and longer and longer within me, the question eventually turns into doubts. So unanswered questions, unseeked questions become doubts. And once the doubt is built, then it takes a lot of time to remove the doubt, because it's like a very deep, deep seed that is formed, and it takes time. So whenever you have any questions or you're not sure, then get it answered, get it clarified, and then move on. Don't feel stuck. Doubt will make you stuck, right? But questions may give you pause sometime. Yes, you're not sure, you want clarity. But then after that, you can move on. But doubt will not make you move on. So that is the difference between having questions, which is okay, but having doubts, not okay. So this is the vision for our life, for our spiritual practice this year. I do see there's some messages in the chat box. Vision board workshop. I hope the vision board workshop repeats. Okay, so we will come up with the vision board sometime. It was one of the practice that we had during the celebration, and we made everyone to create a vision board of virtual. We need something virtual in front of us, in front of our eyes, in order to be reminded and to feel it. This is me, this is me, this is me. So this is, we'll do it sometime, yes.
Vinubin, can I ask you one question, Santi? Are you recording this one? Can you send these things to our email, please?
So this, recordings are usually quite long and it takes time. I will upload this in the YouTube channel and you will.
Okay. Okay.
Let me type, Sister Sneha, can you please type the, so Sister Sneha will type our YouTube channel. So today is Wednesday. So the latest, definitely for sure, the recording will be in our channel. So this is the Brahma Kumaris Los Angeles. That is our YouTube channel. I think it's, yes, it's Los Angeles Brahma Kumaris. So if you subscribe to the channel, then automatically whenever we upload any new videos, you will get it either in your email or you will get it in your phone notification, like a text message. So then you will know, okay, a new video has been uploaded. So do subscribe. You see that red button there. If you click subscribe, then you'll be automatically in the list. So all the workshops, that we do on Saturdays, latest we upload. We definitely do try to upload before Monday. So even this workshop, you can see it by Monday. Okay, any other questions? Is this clear? It's clear for everyone?
Vinoben, can we have that app? I mean, VirtueScope app, and we can do it ourselves daily if we want to try, like for daily.
Sure. Sneben, can you just show them the website? Okay, she's going to share screen.
Thank you.
She's going to show you where you can visit. It is in our international website, which is called brahmakumaris.org. So this is
Shanti. So yeah, this is the link to our website. And you can find the web page here where you can spin the wheel. We do not have a mobile app which will allow you to do so, but you can type this link on your mobile browser and it will take you to this web page where you can spin the wheel. I'll also copy paste it and put it in the chat box.
okay. Anyone have any other questions? Okay, so here. So you've got the YouTube link and you've got the link to the VirtueScope. So anything else? I guess everybody's good. So shall we, if you have no questions, shall we go into a meditation?
Yes, please, Om Santi.
Vinoben, that was lovely.
Very good, beautiful. Sneha Ben, happy birthday again.
We were thinking how to have a VirtueScope online, and this is what we could think of. But I'm sure the whole essence is basically setting the tone for the year, right? So this is what we have created. This is like a map, right? We all are very good in using GPS, finding a way to wherever we need to go. So this is our GPS for 2021. So this is going to be sort of.
Thank you, Vinoben and Sneha Ben, for a wonderful workshop.
Vinoben, I have a question.
Yes.
Is this what we are doing, rather practicing or encouraging ourselves every month?
Yes.
Every month we are doing one thing. Okay.
So every month we are focusing on, and you know what is the beauty? The beauty is that when you start working on the first virtue for that month, this first virtue in the beginning may take a while, may take consistency. I need to remember, I need to practice it. But the experience of using this virtue in your life for that month, it start building up experiences, it start building up faith, this few percentage of success, or maybe to a greater percentage of success that you would experience in the first month becomes a stepping stone for your second month. And going around the year, it will only become better, because you are adding up your experience, you are adding up your ability to focus on what is needed for that month. So each month you are adding up. If let's say if you only see 1 or 2% success rate in the first month, it is still a big deal because you would know how much you would have worked hard for it. And then it's going to add up. And then your second month is going to add up more. And it's going to add up more. And eventually you see yourself becoming more and more, I would say, becoming more and more a master of the virtues within you. And by then, after coming around, by then you start feeling you're more patient, you start feeling you're more courageous, you'll start feeling that you're more responsible. So all of these virtues will start adding up. And these virtues are basically the DNA of the soul anyways. It's the
Right.
genomic nature of the soul anyways. So the more you do, the more it becomes a natural expression within you, and the more it will become very deep. I would say it becomes part of your subconscious system, and that is why we are gradually adding. And why I'm saying that it's, yes, sometimes we feel that some particular virtue, I don't think 1 month is enough for me to practice, and why do I have to jump to another virtue? See, none of us are none of us like to eat the same food every day, do we? We get bored after some time. Even if you love pasta, even if you love a particular food, if you're going to eat 365 days of that food, you're going to be so bored. Mind needs creativity, mind needs newness. Child, that's why you see a child is always very active, running here, running there, doing this, doing that, not sitting at a one place. But now as we grow up, we've learned to just sit still. We learn to just be, sometimes become numb. But we don't want to train the mind that way. We want to give newness to the mind, so the mind is interested to do it. And the more and more the mind becomes interested to do it, the mind is cooperating with me. So that is why we are working on different virtues. And I'm sure this has been like a guarantee. This has been like a testimonial that everyone who have done it in the past, and they have said how ironic is that particular month, whatever that has been happening, whatever that's happening in their life, it is so true that this virtue was most needed for that month. Right? So
the entire concentration is on our personal growth.
Definitely. Definitely, it's all about, because the more internally you are strong, externally any situation you can face. It's all, this whole system, this whole wheel is not for your family or for your friends or for others. It's
Yeah. Yeah, with doing this, if you have a peace with your mind, then you can do everything.
Yes.
Peacefully. Other things means doesn't hurt your mind that much. You let go the things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And what we will require is, like you said, sincerity, consistency, and patience.
Yes.
These three will help us to see the whole year through. Yes. Right?
Sure. And again, meditation, self-reflection, because the seed of all of these virtues are the power of introspection, power of silence. If I'm always engaged here and here with my mouth and with my thoughts, I will have no time to introspect and see what's happening within me. So the more you increase power of introspection in your life, the easier it will be for you to work on all these tools. Because we think we've known ourselves enough, but we don't. We think we've understood ourselves enough, but we don't. And there's a lot more buried, I would say buried in our subconscious level that we still don't know. Right? So introspection, in that silence introspection, a lot more piece by piece, you'll begin to discover about yourself.
But introspection is going on all the time, especially when we at an elderly age. We are always thinking about what my ideas are. Am I right? Am I wrong? So isn't that introspection?
So introspection. So again, Snehaben, you are there?
I'm here.
You want to share something about introspection? She's the master of introspection. She does a lot.
Oh, really? Let's have another class on that.
Snehaben, why not you share?
Well, I'm not a master, but I'm definitely trying from my end to get to know myself better. And what really helps me is keeping silent. So there's a day in the week where I dedicate towards speaking less or speaking not at all. And I feel that when there are no words coming out of my mouth, that day I'm able to focus more on my thoughts, because the energy is not consumed in speaking, but it's all getting focused now on what we're thinking. And I've realized through experience that there are so many things that come out of you when you are in that silence mode. A lot of things that you've never encountered or felt before, and this is coming from a lot of past sanskaras or past birth experiences that we have. So just being very, very attentive to what's happening within. And not getting surprised or shaken by what's appearing in front of you when you observe your thoughts, because they hit you all of a sudden, all the thoughts that happen when you are in silence. But it's all coming out so that we can get to know ourselves better. So what I definitely would recommend is see if you can keep silent for a few hours or maybe one whole day in a week. You will see it really helps you build up your stage and focus on basically speaking less and speaking meaningful words and having the attention more on ourselves and our thoughts especially. So that's really it. Thank you.
Thank you, Snehaben.
Okay. So if we have no questions, shall we go into meditation? I can see there's so many people shaking their head. It means yes, let's go for it.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to turn my chair this way so I can face all of you better. So let me sit comfortably. And if we can have a picture of the light on the screen. So let me sit comfortably. And just for a few moments, bring your focus to within you. And as you bring your focus to within you, observe what are you thinking right now? And what you are feeling right now. And now, let us create a new thought for ourselves. What is it that you want to see yourself becoming or achieving this year? Bring that picture in your mind. And as you look at this picture, Can you feel this picture? What it be like when this truly happens in your life? How would that feel? Would you feel happy? Would you feel contented? And now tell to yourself, I am this. I am this. I have everything in my life that I need. Every answers that I need is within me. And everything that I need to know will be given to me at the right time. And every purpose that I'm meant to fulfill in this lifetime will be fulfilled. Every relationship that I have in this lifetime will be fulfilled. Because I trust myself. And I trust that I have a very beautiful future. That I have a very beautiful destiny. Because I am creating it. And I know what I want. And I also trust that nature will give me what I need. And the Supreme Source will give me what I need. I'm completely protected. Knowing that I have all the support that I need, and I will be given the support at the right time that I need. I feel peaceful. I feel at ease. And I know this year is a very beautiful year. And I'm going to shine. I'm going to create wonders. This is my guarantee for me. Om Shanti. Okay. So go ahead, create
Om Shanti, beautiful.
Create a lot of wonders. You're all wonderful souls, and you will definitely create a lot of wonders. And you will be the best version of yourself this year. That is for sure. The best version that you can ever be, and that will be this year. And you will only be moving forward. You're not going to go backward. You're going to go more and more and more forward. Okay?
Om Shanti.
Beautiful knowledge, Vinuben. Beautiful knowledge. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
I have a question. I have a question, Vinoben.
Yes.
When you go in a silence, you don't think about anything, not even the light, or you just focus on a light and then go in a silence?
So silence is not about not thinking, which is completely impossible. But silence is about choosing what you want to think and not just randomly thinking about a lot of things. So it's like I would say it's a structured silence. When I say it's a structured silence means in that silence, I'm contemplating something, but I know that I want to contemplate on that something and choosing what I want to do because I know it's going to make me grow. So when you said about thinking about light, it's not necessary here to think about light. And even when you are in meditation, you want to visual light, that's okay. But if you can't visual, that's okay. Meditation is all about connecting with feelings. Right? It's not always has to be visual. If you can, it's fine. If not, then connect with your heart. So, taking certain aspects of knowledge and I'm contemplating that in silence, that is also a form of silence. But you can never not have thoughts in silence. You can try your best, but the more you try to suppress your thoughts, the more it's gonna blow out of proportion. So if you're not sure, you can call us and we
Thank
can
you.
talk in detail about this. Okay? Om Shanti then.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Ben, this was a wonderful session. I hope we'll repeat more of these. Sure. Thank you.
It is meditation is with a go with your whatever commentary thought is you are saying, you flow it with that. It is means awareness with the commentary